Whitney and Zach is trying to find out what each side is worth. They only found one piece of clue. Whitney says, each side must be 3 and 6. Zach disagrees and says, not true, it must be 20, 10 and 6. What mistake have they both made? And what is the correct answer? So in this question, we are given a word problem that we have to work out 2 clues. What mistake have they both made? What is the correct answer? And we only have received 1 clue, which is the area equals 36 centimeters. In maths, I know that area is when you times length by width. So that gave me another clue. So because of timesing, we have to find the factors of 36. I found all the factors, 18, 2, 6, 6, 3 as well. Now we're going to have to eliminate the ones that aren't going to be appropriate for this type of shape. 2 we can immediately nominate because 2 cannot fit in this area. It will be very small. 18 is too large, very large, and it cannot be that. And now we're left over with 6, 6, 12, and 3. These 2 6s are way too long for the square also, so we're going to have to nominate these 2. And now we're only left over with 12 and 3. 3 may be a silly side, but it might be actually true. Because you see, 2 for sure is going to actually be small. But it kind of depends on the grid. But because we don't have a grid, we can't really prove it correct. But I can kind of tell that is kind of free, without the grid, like, 1 block, 2nd block, and 3rd block, which can fit perfectly. And here can be 12, 12, and 12, 3, and 3. So I'm thinking it's 12 and 3. But that's not what we're meant to find out first. We're meant to find out the mistake they both made. So Whitney again says each side must be 3 and 6. Zach disagrees and says, not true, it must be 20, 10, and 6. So the mistake Zach has made, we can see that, maybe we should times it to see what we'll get. So if I did 20 times 10, which is 200, and I times it by 6, which is 1,200, it would be an inappropriate answer to say. So I don't think he meant timesing, maybe he meant adding. So 20 add 10, which is 30, and add the 6, which is 36. So I can see why he said that, because when you add them up, it equals to 36. But like we said, area is when you times length by width, so that can't be possible. Now Whitney's answer, each side must be 3 and 6. What she has done here was that she just parted them both, but she hasn't parted them correctly. She still parted them both from 3 and 6. But that can't be correct because remember length times width, so 6 times 3 will give us 18. And it says here the area is 36, so that can't be correct. Now that we find out the mistake they both have made, we have to see the correct answer, which we have to work out previously. So I'm just going to add a 3 here, and a 12 here. And 12 times 3, which is 36. To prove this, let's see. So length times width equals 36 centimeters. 12 times 3 equals 36 centimeters. So now we have found our answer.